T2T Wrestling. I am Toya Nice. I'm here with my partner in Marksman Crime, Tim. What's up, Tim?
Oh, hey yo. And with that, rest in peace, Scott Hall.
Yes, definitely. Alright, guys, well, you know why we're here. Or maybe you don't know why we're here. But we're here to talk about WrestleMania, because, yes, it's time. And, man, what a card. Cards.
And what a card.
Cards.
Yeah.
Because it's two nights, guys. It'll be Saturday and Sunday. They've been doing that since 2020, I believe, since COVID started.
So.
Yeah.
I think so. I actually like that.
Actually,
I like that for Mania.
I do. Only for Mania, it's perfect because it's such a long night.
They get more people we get more people to get those Mania moments. It also means you can get the matches somewhat longer than if we had 20 matches or 15 matches on a single day card.
Right.
And it's supposed to be Mania. It's supposed to be boom spectacle. I like this. I hope they continue doing that for a while at least.
Me too, man. It's awesome. But
until next year, when there is 15 matches and all of them are Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
I can't wait! Yay! All right. Well,
anyhow, we'll get to that later.
Right. Night 1. So I'm gonna go with the first one, with the Seth Rollins versus to be announced, because we don't know who it is. We have a guest, but we're not gonna say.
Yes, but we are not gonna say that
because if WWE didn't say it, we ain't gonna say it. So we can't really say nothing about that. Just we'll find out.
If anyone hasn't been paying attention to the dirt sheet and is excited about that, we don't want to spoil it. If anyone, by the way, don't know why we're here, this is the prediction show where we try to predict and talk about our expectations of the various matches.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they know this by now.
They should.
They've been doing this for a freaking year.
We might get new viewers, or some of our regular ones who are, a bit slow, like a year slow. But
no offense, guys.
Seth freaking Rollins versus TBA. It's going to be amazing.
Right.
I don't think we're going to talk about that.
We can't talk about it. We can't talk about it. To talk about.
Yeah. Based on our guesses, I have pretty decent ideas, but we'll talk about that next week when we go over the results. Next one.
The next one I got is The Miz and Logan Paul versus The Mysterios, Rey and Dominic.
Yeah. So, under normal circumstances, The Miz and Logan Paul should win this because the celebrity guest always wins this. And apparently, Logan Paul is an athlete. He's mostly a boxer, but he is an athlete, and apparently he's been working out. So this could be one of those that could be a good match.
Do you think it would be as good as Bad Bunny?
No, I don't think so. I know Miz has said that he feels Logan has trained enough to be better, but I think that's just Miz being Miz. I mean, the character of Miz being Miz. I don't think he's going to be as good as Bad Bunny, because I think it's difficult for someone who is a boxer of all martial arts to adapt to wrestling.
You're probably right. And plus, he's a douchebag.
Different. Yeah, I mean, it's Logan Paul. It's Logan Paul, right?
Right.
The only reason anyone watching box is because they want to see someone finally not just go 12 rounds with him, but actually beat the snot out of him and put him down. I would usually say that Miz and Logan Paul would win this against celebrity guests. I don't know. I mean,
here's the thing, right? It's like, are they going to continue this storyline?
Yeah, and I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either.
SummerSlam.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of
with the Mysterios with this one, actually.
Okay, I'll make it interesting. I'll go with Miz and Logan. Let's just make it interesting.
Yeah, all right. Then we have our first division.
Yeah, we're dividing, guys. It's over.
First match, first fight between.
Because honestly, in this situation, I don't really care. To be honest with you, this match.
This is
one of those matches I don't care.
Yeah, it's a match. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. To the main matches, we have to watch something. I gotta cook something during that time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I can go pee or
right?
something. It's fine. It's
great.
Not a problem.
No problem.
It's one of those matches where I'm like, I don't. This is the match on day one where I'm neither like ew or ew.
This is
just like
nah.
So I'm gonna go with the Mysterios just because I think it would be better for the overall storyline. Because I think the Mysterios should start challenging for the title again.
True.
But you go with Miz and Logan, and we can have the one who wins can gloat next week. Lovely.
I mean, I'm gonna glow if I win or lose anyway, but that's
Of course.
Yeah, I know that's what I do.
Whatever.
Alright, guys. Next match I got Drew McIntyre versus Happy Baron Corbin. Which I'm guessing what's the name in the. I don't know.
Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss. I just want Drew to win this, not because I want Drew to win this as such, because I just want this stupid feud to be over.
I agreed.
It's not because this wasn't good. I could have seen this be really good. Corbin and Moss versus McIntyre. I could have seen this be good. But again, this is what, the 4th pay-per-view they are fighting? And McIntyre has won all of them. It's just, in that case, there's no point to it. Just end it already. Both Corbin and I am one of the people who like Corbin. I mean, I know he's not always been super popular, especially with the live fans. I'm always happy to see Corbin. I think he's great. Ever since his Lone Wolf days in NXT, I've been a fan of Corbin. I love Drew McIntyre. It's just this feud has never worked. Not from the get-go. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the writing. This feud has just never meant anything.
That's true. You're right about
Maybe
that.
if they had a title to fight over or something, just have Drew take it and move on to something else.
Something, but I agree with you. I agree that Drew they just end it, let Drew win, and let them move on. Let fucking Corbin wasn't try to go for the tag team titles or something. I don't.
Yeah, something like that. It could be good.
Whatever.
That could be good actually. Yeah.
But
whatever.
yeah, sorry, I thought about that. Well, anyway, next match. We got the Smackdown tag teams. The Usos will defend their belts against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Thought Nakamura and Boogs had split up and were now in a feud. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention.
Yeah, you really don't pay attention.
No, I don't. I admit it. I haven't paid attention since.
That did not happen.
Paid attention since I really haven't been paying attention since well, the Rumble.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here. I pay attention.
Yeah, Toya can tell me. But based on what I have read up on yesterday and today when I started studying for this, I actually think there's a pretty decent chance Nakamura and Boogs takes it. Both because I think it would be interesting and give them something to do, but also because there seemed to be some idea of maybe having the Usos have an internal feud, apparently.
Which would make sense.
Which would make sense. I don't know if it's true, but it could be interesting. I mean, it
would make it would be interesting. Depending on like what happens in night 2.
of course, but we can get back to that. I know
we can get to there,
right? Get back to that. But everyone knows that Lesnar and Roman is going to fight. If Lesnar wins, if Roman wins, or loses, all of these things could make sense. If Roman loses, then having the Usos lose at the same time. If Roman wins, having the Usos lose could also lead to some storyline there. So I actually think, I know I've said it before, but this is not because I think the Usos have had it for too long. This is because I think it makes better story sense all over if Nakamura and Boogs takes it.
Right.
Back when, I think you might remember, back when Jey Uso came back from injury,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, almost 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago now, he had sort of a program going with Roman because he wasn't acknowledging him as whatever. And then Roman beat him in one match, and suddenly he was completely enthusiastic. I think there is a chance they might go back and revisit that one. Maybe not Jey versus Roman, but then at least Jey versus Jimmy. Or Jey defeats Jimmy and then challenges. It doesn't matter. I just think the time is right for Nakamura and Boogs to take it, and the Usos start probably an internal program.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is sad because they're still an amazing tag team, but I also think I think it could be fun to see them
Oh yeah, I
fight
mean,
each other. Honestly,
I think it would be good to fight CM Punk. It's kind of like when Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy.
Matt
That
and
was
Jeff
great
had several
feud.
matches.
You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, I know they're not brothers to the same degree, or like at all, but Edge and Christian has had several falling outs over the years, right?
right?
It's just one of those things that are sort of traditional. See if we can make one of them into. It's a good storyline because it's the same thing whenever
I mean,
basically Sami Zayn
as
fights
long as
Kevin
it's a
Owens.
better storyline than when Nikki versus Brie, that
Oh yeah.
was
Oh
ridiculous.
god.
Oh god, that was so bad.
Was so awful.
That was the
But yeah,
stupidest
I
shit
think
ever.
this could be the thing. So yeah, on this one, I'll put my money on Nakamura and Books just because I
Me
think it
too.
would be better for both teams, honestly.
Agreed. So next we got Becky Lynch, who's defending her Raw belt against Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair cut Becky Lynch's hair. Oh
I
my
know, and
gosh.
that was when I changed my opinion. You showed me today, and I changed my opinion. Up until now, I had been Bianca is the face, and Becky has held the title for ages, and I don't know who else would be immediately up to challenge her. Now, so Bianca is going to take it. Now I say Becky is going to retain, and since we now know that what's her face? Oh Jesus Christ! Oh God, this is embarrassing. Bayley is coming back very soon after Mania. That I think Bayley is going to come back and feud with Becky.
Maybe.
I have nothing to base it on. I'm just saying I love Becky's hair. I've always loved Becky's hair, and I can't back Bianca now, even if I still think she's going to win.
Oh well. I mean, maybe Becky wanted to get her hair cut. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not very possible.
And
It's very possible she wants to do something new.
she wanted to do something different. And so good for Becky. That's the case.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna go with Bianca on this one though.
all joking aside, I think Bianca is going to take it, which I also think is about the right decision.
I mean,
Becky
you
has
know
held it
what, Bianca?
for, 9 months.
Becky should learn. You should never touch a black woman's hair.
Yeah. Becky did actually take it from Bianca, I think, back in the day. Yeah, of course she did. That stupid botch at SummerSlam, or was it Vengeance the month after?
I
I can't
don't remember. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm
that
going with
stupid botch match. So yeah, have Bianca take it back now,
you know.
and then, like I said, probably feud with Bayley.
I mean, Bayley can feud with either or. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
both. I mean, she feuded with Bianca before, and that was pretty good.
I'm just saying Bayley is coming back.
Oh,
So
we
I'm
know
pretty
Bayley's coming back.
sure.
As
I know
long as
Bayley's
Bayley don't
coming
come back
very
and
soon,
interrupt,
so.
I'm like, fine.
That's also a possibility. I mean, whenever we do these things, unless we specifically mention that we think there's going to be shenanigans, there is always the opportunity for shenanigans. But we're basing
And it's
our bets
WrestleMania.
on.
You don't know what kind of
It
shenanigans.
is Mania, yeah. There's going to be something.
So.
Anyway, yeah. Bianca is
Bianca's gonna win, but
one.
damn it, she cut her hair.
It's terrifying.
So then we have
Oh my god.
What?
You know who's gonna come out? Obviously, it's going to be Brutus the Barber Beefcake coming out and getting involved in the match.
Don't mention him. God, let's move on. Okay, we're gonna move on. So Kevin Owens has his KO show with Steve Austin. Obviously there's gonna be some kind of shenanigans going on there, I'm sure.
I mean, everyone seems to indicate those two are going to have an impromptu match.
Pretty much. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not.
I don't know either. If it is, I don't think it's going to be a long match, just because even if Austin has recuperated to a point where he can have a match, I mean, he hasn't actually been in the ring for 20 years.
I think it's gonna be him stunning fucking Owens, and then
probably,
and then going in there flipping people off, and hell yeah, and the Steve Weisler, and throwing the beard, and that's what's gonna happen.
I know it's stupid, but I'm actually really happy this is happening, just because I think Kevin Owens kinda deserves it. I mean, we all know that
a stunner.
No, I mean, we all know how Ed grew up with Hogan, right?
Right.
Hogan was always Edge's great hero, so Edge has always said, maybe he has changed his mind now that he's back from that injury, but Edge has always said his absolute greatest moment was doing that WrestleMania fight with Hogan, partnering with Hulk Hogan at Mania. Or was it somewhere? Was it a SummerSlam? It was one of the big ones, anyway.
Somewhere,
And
guys, somewhere.
yeah, and partnering with Hogan, and we know Owens had the same way with Austin. He's he's a generation later, and he grew up with Austin the same way Edge grew up with Hogan, and well, honestly, Hogan grew up with Sammartino, but there's always that line down. I'm actually just happy that if anyone should get to work something with Austin, I'm glad it's Kevin Owens. That's basically all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he did ask for he can use the stunner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So so I think it's good. I think it's gonna be a good segment, and it's gonna be cool to see
no matter
Austin.
what. I mean,
It's gonna be cool to see Austin again. You know, that's gonna be like the huge ass pop,
it's gonna be the biggest pop of the evening,
right?
to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless unless something happens with the main event on day 2 that is actually what people want to see. Austin is going to be the single greatest pop of both evenings, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if he comes out in something that even remotely looks like match gear.
Continuing on, we got King Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland.
This is another one of those matches where I'm sure if I had followed along, I would be very excited about. But now I'm just like, okay, that's a match. Despite how much I love both New Day and Sheamus, Ridge Holland, I don't really give much of a crap about.
I mean, I haven't even paid attention. I was gonna go with the New Day because I like the New Day and I don't.
Apparently, it was originally to be a six man.
Yeah,
with
but
the full New Day versus the full Sheamus thing, but then Big E had his slight accident.
Yep. So he's well, he's taking an off breaker because of his neck. Yeah. So he got medical shit to deal with. So yeah. So it's just 2-on-2 guys. It's a regular tag team match.
Get better soon, Big E. Get better soon.
Right. Exactly.
Very, very happy.
So yeah, we don't have much to say about this match because it's like I haven't been paying attention to this match or this rivalry that's been going on. So I don't know.
I think Sheamus and Ridge is going to win it. I don't know what I'm basing that on.
They're white.
Because they're white, exactly. Everyone knows that big white man is superior to small black men. Exactly. Or maybe it's just more, I think, that the heels need a win on day 1.
Man, maybe.
I don't think there's too many other heels that's going to win on day 1, so Sheamus and Ridge would be a good one. Sheamus is usually winning most matches anyway, unless he's losing the title. And again, the New Day seems to be in that phase where they are so popular that they don't need to win, so they actually are losing a lot. Like a lot right now.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time the New Day actually won anything of importance. It's not a problem to me.
Well, let's see. If they fight on Friday, then they'll lose.
I mean, that's the problem with shooting these things before the go home show, right?
Right.
Once we know who's going to be standing tall on Friday, we know who's going to lose on Saturday. That's just what that is. But my best guess right now is Sheamus and Ridge Holland.
All right, well. Another disagreement. Breaking up the fucking team. That's it. It's over. All right, well.
Probably going to be a good match.
I'm sure it's going to be a good match.
I mean, there's very few matches on day 1 that I don't think is going to be good. It's just some of them I just can't bring myself to care very much about. There is no matches on day 1 where I say, fuck, I don't want to see this. But there's some matches where I'm saying, okay, sure, pee break.
Agreed.
Yeah, anyway.
Moving on, I think this probably be the match of the night.
Yeah, the main event.
The main event
Sure.
is gonna be the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair will defend her title against Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Rousey is going to take that.
Yep, obviously.
That's of all the matches on both evenings, this is the one I am absolutely most sure of.
Unless they just sucked it up so bad, which I doubt. But yeah, I mean things could happen.
The only thing I'm really afraid of is that Ronda has apparently done like a ton of botches after coming back. At least that's what I read. So it might be one of those matches that are just terrible as a match.
I haven't seen it, but
yeah.
I've been kind of watching it, so I haven't seen it. But you know, I'm not a professional, so I don't know.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know.
I think it's gonna be a very good match.
This is just what I read, but it's going to be a main event. It's going to be a big spectacle. It's going to be. I actually think it's going to be as good a match as they had several years ago, which was serviceable.
Right.
Not a world beater, but serviceable. And Ronda Rousey is absolutely going to win this. They don't sign Ronda back to another 2-year run
for nothing,
and
not have given the belt. Right, exactly.
The first match back at Mania, not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. Sorry to disappoint.
I don't know if she's going to do another year-long run with the title. I think this time they might be more willing to treat her as an actual wrestler rather than, an event star.
Right.
But
the MMA star that came to wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But she is not going to lose this one. Not a chance.
Definitely not. So that's it for night 1, guys.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to night 2. Yes, we're gonna do on the same goddamn video, because why not? So we got night 2. I know for a fact that Tim's really excited. So we're gonna start off big. We're gonna start off huge because Tim is so excited. Okay? This is what Tim wants to talk about. I know Tim. We've been friends for 4 years now. I know him.
Hell yeah.
So we got the WWE Championship, Brock Lesnar versus the Universal Championship race for winner takes all, blah, 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 blah match.
Oh, this is going to be great.
This is going to be the main event. This is Tim's favorite.
After all this time, after all these years, we're finally, at last, finally, going to see Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
I know, right? How long has it been since we've actually wanted this freaking match?
Yeah. How could it be this long before they show us this match that the people all want?
Right?
How could it be this long?
I don't know,
it's
man.
Amazing.
I'm
astounded at it. I am so excited about it. So much beef going to collapse. The second most beef.
All the beef, man. All the beef. Juicy beef.
The thing I will have to say is I think they...
Okay, you broke up. What? Hello? Oh no, guys. I lost Tim. Tim, we can't hear you. I think you should come back out and go back in again. Maybe you can hear me.
Now I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, well, you need to repeat what you said.
How long back?
You're about to start saying something about the wrestling match, and then you cut out. About how long it's been and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying after all this time, after all these years, these long years where we have been longing for this match, we are finally, at last, going to see Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
It's about
We've
time,
been waiting for this for close to a decade. And now we're finally getting this match. I am so incredibly excited. It's the two collapsing into a black hole of excitement or something. I am so
Definitely.
psyched.
I was pissed off if this never would have happened.
Yeah, this was so close to never happening, and we would have never seen these two amazing wrestlers fight against each other.
Never.
Ever.
Ever.
Ever, ever, ever.
Never, ever, ever.
If I have to say something about it, I would say that Brock Lesnar being not, the beast who doesn't talk, and letting Brock Lesnar be the closer to the real Brock Lesnar, who actually apparently have a very well developed sense of silly humor, I think is the right decision. Because it's one thing to have yet another fight between these two people. It's another thing to have the exact same personality just ram into each other again and again and again. Having Brock Lesnar actually be the slightly normal human being who just happens to be Brock Lesnar face, I think is the right decision.
Yes, I do too.
Roman Reigns is still going to win.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. I know it can be both. It can be both of them. It really can.
This is like one of those matches that I really don't.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm legitimately not going to watch it. I can't bring myself to watch it.
I don't know. I don't really mind this. I'm gonna say something though. I really don't mind, like you said, this Brock Lesnar because he got to be himself and everything like that, and he's enjoying himself. There's other people enjoying themselves. Yeah. That's fine, and everything like that.
It's Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns,
right? It's like, who cares? Like,
yeah, no one cares. Well, I'm sure someone cares, but no one cares. I like this Brock Lesnar. Just let Brock lose a few matches. Just let him be a wrestler, for heaven's sake, rather than, a force of nature. All the big... I don't... Sorry, I like this Brock Lesnar.
I think people feel the same way about Roman Reigns. It's like, well, let him lose.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. This is like one of those things that's like, if they're like a really good win or good lose in this situation, it's like, okay, fine. Brock Lesnar wins, then what?
Like I said, listen, if Brock could keep this personality, was allowed to keep this personality, I would happily see him on the top of the card as the Beast incarnate like this. The problem is, everyone knows Brock can't work a match that's longer than about 15 minutes because his heart condition won't allow it. Brock's matches will never, ever be anything but power move, power move, power move, power move, finish. Because he can't physically do it. It's not his fault. I'm not holding it against him. He can't do other matches, which means that Brock Lesnar on the top of the card will fight the same match from now on until freaking eternity, which is why I don't want him there.
You make a good point.
Keep Brock Lesnar as a spectacle. Have him come in 4 times a year at the Big Four, fight someone, get the spectacle match, and go away again.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you said, like, how these matches where he gets play the baby face and just mess up the freaking heel. They're just talking a little bit too much.
Awesome. Have him be
right. It shut people up and then move on. It's like, okay.
Have him be like a late stage Undertaker, or even better, have him be freaking Hulk Hogan, but only like 4 times a year.
Right.
Or Andre the Giant in the old days is like, I am like the biggest heel alive, and I have been messing with everyone else. I have been defeating you and you and you, and none of you are good enough for me. And here comes Brock Lesnar and tears the crap out of him. Everyone would love that. I would love that. But yeah, Roman is going to take this match. I think just because I think it would make more sense with Roman going forward against other champions, going forward than it would with Brock. If they are going to do a unified title, I think it would make more sense with Roman. I would also not be surprised if it was shenanigans.
Yeah, we'll find out next week. Well, we'll go to the next match because I know I'm extra excited, guys. I'm sorry, but next
Oh,
match,
yeah.
we got Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
P-match, right?
P-match.
I mean,
Get your snacks. Get extra snacks.
listen, Johnny Knoxville is one who at least don't have a problem putting his body on the line. So
I mean,
I'm
we
sure
know that
we're going to
already.
I'm sure we can see some interesting things with this one. But I refuse. Unlike Bad Bunny, I mean, Bad Bunny surprised me by being as good as he was, as good as he is. There's no doubt about that. I don't think Johnny Knoxville is going to be putting up a pretty good fight, and we all know he's going to win anyway. Or at least it's not going to be Sami Zayn getting a clean getting a clean 1-2-3 over him. So whatever shenanigans might be there, like I don't know, don't the Jackass crew have like a dwarf?
Yeah.
Or sorry, a little person. Maybe that dude will play the hornswoggle role and climb out from under the ring or something. I don't
Some
know.
kind of shenanigans
Knoxville,
are going to happen. We already know this is for a fact. It's the Jackass.
yeah.
So, definitely.
It's a match. There is a celebrity match every year. We can't all have the Bad Bunny versus whatever versus Miz with Priest and Johnny Wrestling alongside of it. It's just there's nothing to say. It's a match.
It's a match.
Knoxville is going to walk away from it. If not the winner, then at least the one who walks away. That's just how it's going to happen.
Alright, well, next match, we got Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Pat is one of the announcers.
Yeah, I have nothing to say to this. Nothing.
Pick a winner.
McAfee is what an old like football player, like a hunter or something. Not even like an actual in the scrum kind of guy. And now he's fighting the new Golden Boy in Austin Theory. I have to assume that Austin Theory will win. Because where else is that going to leave him?
Right? Like, what's the point?
But the whole thing is just really, really silly.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't get it. I don't understand why they have this beef, but okay.
No, I don't understand why this is a thing. I'm sure they could do better things with Austin Theory, to be honest. But
you can put him against other wrestlers. I mean, that could be I mean, that could be a thing. I don't know.
Maybe he could have faced Corey Graves, who's apparently ready to go back in the ring.
Okay, well, yeah.
Maybe Corey will come in and interfere. I don't know. I think Austin Theory is going to win. That's really all I have. That's all I have to say about that.
Next match. Here's a good one. Edge versus AJ Styles.
That is, in my opinion, going to be match of the show.
Match of the evening.
Not just match of the evening. Match of the entire show, in my opinion. Again, this is one of those matches that, if you put Dream, even back before Edge came back, if you did like Dream booking, like maybe if Edge could come back and fight AJ Styles would be amazing. I think this is going to be amazing. It's Mania and it's Edge, but I think AJ should win it.
I think AJ should win it. But is he going to win it?
AJ should win it because AJ really needs to be the next challenger for Roman. And in my opinion, by the way, the one who should take the title off of him.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I
know that's what you said. That's where I got the idea from.
Okay.
I'm
stealing my shit.
My own.
Oh my God, I said that. What the fuck?
Right, and now I'm stealing it, presenting it as my own.
No,
everyone thinks I'm a genius.
That seems fair.
Yeah. This match is going to be great. This match, unless someone is going to get injured at the last minute or something, man, this match is going to be good. Edge is playing the heel. I think they are playing him the heel so AJ can win, basically.
Yeah.
Without people really paying attention without people booing him. Not that they would boo AJ anyway, but still, it's Edge.
I mean, it's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Oh, it's going to be amazing match. Give these two just need time. This match needs to be like a 25-minute.
At least.
In my opinion. At least. Take time off there's another match coming up with a lot of beef. Just take time off that. You're going to do that anyway. But yeah, Edge versus AJ. AJ is going to win. It's going to be an awesome match.
Looking forward to it. So now we got women's tag team. So we got the team of the champs, Carmella and Queen Selena versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler and Natalya versus Sasha Banks and
I don't have a guess for this one.
I guess that I know for a fact that they're not going to retain their titles.
Oh, they're definitely not going to retain their titles.
That's for sure. The way they've been playing these two lately, I'm like,
no, not a chance.
I'll be shocked. Okay, I'll honestly be shocked if they did retain it. Like, I'll have a heart attack.
That would be a Vince Russo swerve.
Right?
That literally would be a Vince Russo style swerve. Is Selena and Carmella retained?
But I think the reason, I think Carmella is like getting ready for an actual real wedding with Corey.
She's going to marry. So. She's going to marry Corey, and they're going to do the latest. I think they're already doing the latest, reality show.
Right.
So yeah, no, I agree. I dude, this is Rhea and Liv Morgan team up, or did they just team up?
They've been teaming up for like a couple of weeks now, like a month or so, a couple of months.
The thing is,
like pretty much after, like it was before. I think it was before Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, Sasha and Naomi, that's a team that could use a title.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mind seeing them with the title. I think they could be awesome with the title. Rhea and Liv Morgan. I mean, Rhea Ripley is still Rhea Ripley, right? I mean, I think it would be good for Liv
to have some kind of title.
And at this point, Liv really should have a title.
So here's the thing.
Everything.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, okay, Liv could use a title. Naomi could use a title. It's like, who did use a title? Now.
The last one, Natalya and Shayna, and what I have seen is that they have actually been booked rather strong. Not as a strong individual, but strong as a team. I could see them taking it as well. Natalya seems to be immortal. Again, no one has been on the roster longer than Natalya, and while she started very, very, very young, she still seems like she's in her prime.
True.
And I said this about Shayna some time ago, that Shayna had been booked way too strongly from the beginning. She needed to lose some matches. Well, she has now spent half a year losing matches. We can see that she can lose matches, have good matches while losing. So I could see them start building her up again. Her and Natalya could take it. I'm going to say Sasha and Naomi.
That's what I'm going to say too. Just because of how they're building them up.
Yeah. And it's Sasha and Naomi, and both of them, it is Sasha and Naomi,
if you're going to talk about having, like, tag teams, they've been tag teams before, where the rest of these people are just, let's get together.
Yeah. I was about to say, and they're both former champions, but actually looking at this, 8 people in the ring, and 6 of them has been women's champion. That's pretty impressive.
Really, that's great. That's really good. Not bad. I think it's going to be a good match.
I think it's going to be a great match, actually. 4-man tag team, 4-team or 8-man tag team matches, fatal 4-way tag team matches are always tricky.
They're always tricky.
There's so many people in the ring at the time.
I think it's going to be a good match if they do it well. If they do it in harmony, it's going to be great.
Yeah, and Sasha and Naomi. I'm going to put my money on Sasha and Naomi. But it can be anyone except the champions.
It's not going to be the champion. That's for sure. They might as well sit down somewhere.
You know what? I'm sitting this one out. It'll be easier. Alright,
so we have this other match that I found out today, guys. We got Bobby Lashley versus Omos. So
Man,
I guess,
that's a
so when
lot of
I
teams.
guess Omos told me that Omos was doing a bunch of matches, to see who he could fight during WrestleMania, and apparently he didn't really have a match with Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley speared him to the ground, and next thing you know, they're fighting and pulling to the sign, and bang, bang, boom.
Might
There's
also be
a
the
wrestling
only one out. The way Omos have been booked, Lashley might be the only one out there who is
crazy enough. No.
crazy enough, or at least who you can believable as his opponent.
Yeah.
Also because this is also going to be a bunch of power moves and then over in 5 minutes.
And then obviously Bobby Lashley's the face in this situation, which
so Lashley can probably cover for how bad Omos might. Omos has apparently worked a lot of dark matches. They have started touring again after all. They're not just in. I mean, they have started doing, tour. What's it called? House shows again.
house shows.
And Omos has apparently, and
Well,
Omos
I mean,
has
that's how
apparently
you
worked
get
a lot
better
of
when you
house
do
show
the house
matches. That
shows.
is how you get better. So for all I know, he might actually be improving. Like, and I have never said Omos couldn't improve.
Oh
I
no,
didn't
we're
think
not
Braun
saying that.
Strowman was going to. I
None of
didn't
us
think
ever
Braun was
said
going to
oh,
be as
there's
good
no
when he.
real room for improvement, because there
No,
always
no.
is. But it was kind of like, well, this is how you improve yourself with the house shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not only do you improve yourself in the ring, but also with the audience as well.
Yeah, and he never had the chance. So I've always said I don't have a problem with Omos. He just isn't good enough for what they want him to do yet. But again, Braun wasn't good enough either when he came in. When Braun split from the Wyatt family, Braun wasn't good enough to carry a match.
Right.
When Braun left the company 2 years later, Braun might have been the best big guy I have seen since the heyday of Big Show, at any rate. I leave Kane and Undertaker out of that. I know they're both big guys, but they are very special in both cases. Omos can be good, but right now, I think Omos is going to win, honestly, or it's going to be shenanigans, but it's going to be a match. It's going to be short, it's going to be power moves, and it's going to be over quickly.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the match I have. I think the last one that I have.
I think
there's
it is.
more, I don't know, but you got some.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
I mean, there's Friday, but we don't. Whatever.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
But
right now there's 7 matches on both days. I don't think there's going to be more coming in on Friday.
Well, we'll see. So we got the Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro will defend their titles against the Street Profits and the Alpha Academy.
My heart says that RK Bro is going to retain just because
they just got it.
Hell, even Riddle is growing on me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like them, but I honestly still think it would be best if Alpha Academy took it back.
I mean,
I'm just basing it on the fact that they're an actual Street Profits are kind of like New Day, right? They're always good enough on Usos. They're always good enough to get a title shot. I mean, if you want someone to get a title shot, just slot in Street Profits there. Everyone takes them seriously. They can beat anyone. Alpha Academy, I think, still needs some legitimacy somehow, but I think they can actually be really good. Otis is a very good big guy, and Chad Gable has always been an amazing wrestler.
True.
He's just very tiny. Remember when they tried to package it? What was it they tried to package him at some point? Like Tiny J or
Shorty
something?
Shorty G or something like
Shorty
that?
G? Something super weird. But yeah, some of the matches that Chad Gable used to have with, the guy who pretended to be Kurt Angle's son and then got a really bad neck injury. Back when they came out of NXT, some of the matches they had with Ascension back in the day, or the Dash Wilder tag team, whose name eludes me, but who I was very, very happy for, something. Whatever. When they came up, they had some great matches. He is incredibly athletic, Chad Gable. Pairing him up with a genuine good good big guy, I think they could be an awesome tag team match. Kind of like Ricky Morton and those guys back in the day. Rick Martel.
So you're saying Apple Academy?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think it should be them at least.
I think the Arcade Bro is probably gonna retain.
No, I'm fine with that. By the way, like I said, I love those two as a team. Even Riddle is starting to grow on me, which is weird.
Well, fungus throws. No. Anyways, guys, that's it for nights 1 and 2 for our predictions. Let's see how this goes.
Yo!
Just don't forget, WrestleMania is on April 2nd and 3rd, Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And we'll be back next Thursday with the results and prove that I was always right all along.
Of course. What else?
What else?
No other choice. Such as it goes.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!